Um, Yes, hello everybody to Wellness Zoom, and for those who cannot make it, we're doing the video today. I mean, the recording today. As always, we meet on Wednesdays and speak about our approach to health, which is holistic approach that shows results for everybody who tries it and follows through. And very quickly, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to go through the 6-step approach as we usually discuss it. Then Katrina will take her turn and help us to understand how to select supplements. There are so many of them on the market today, but you have to be careful what you're buying and what you're paying for, and to make sure that you actually get in the value for what you paid, and you don't have any risk of running into some kind of health actually problems while trying to actually improve your health. So very quickly, our 6-step process, which is called concept of health, starts with mindset. We all understand that everything we have in the world at some point was somebody's thought. So our health is our own thought, and we cannot blame somebody else or put it on somebody else's head to take care of our health. Many people do, and as a result, they become dependent on their doctors, medical providers, medications, and so on and so forth. Our approach is different. Take responsibility for your life, learn how to do it with our help, and be in control, be free, at least in your health and wellness choices. Step number 2 is physical activity. I listen a lot about health and wellness. And today I was listening to one of the doctors who are a leading expert in the world on longevity and actually reversing aging. One thing he said that health or exercise has to become a second nature to human beings, like brushing our teeth. Now, brushing our teeth is taking 2 minutes. Exercise is considered to be hours or at least hour and a half commitment because you have to drive to the gym, you have to exercise there, change and go on. So what we promote is instead of spending hours in the gym or whatever other facility people go to, spend 15 minutes a day, even at home, doing some simple exercises that suit your environment, suit your demands, and most important, they're very simple and affordable in terms of time, and you don't have to go anywhere. If you have questions how to do it, ask me. I do this for the last 5 years and I feel physically great. Next step is hydration. We all about water. Our body is about 70% water, so it's natural to believe that 70% of our problems depend on what we drink, not what we eat, not what we smoke, but what we drink. And it's not alcohol I'm talking about. It's not green teas or juices or whatever. I'm talking about water. Certain quality of water and certain quantity per day is necessary for our longevity. And the expert that I mentioned earlier, he also spoke about it in great detail that water and hydration is important because our aging is drying out. So if you are hydrated, your chances or the speed of your aging is slowing down. Step number 4 is internal hygiene. We all brush our teeth. We already spoke about this one today. We take showers, we clean or wash our clothing. We do not clean our bodies inside, which is a bad idea. And our company offers simple, comfortable solutions for everybody who wants to clean their body inside, to do it from the comfort of their home without a lot of this, without sitting on some highly restrictive diets or restricting themselves to the point that you are starving yourself. Not a good idea. I'm not a big fan of starving or starvation. So here you are. If I could do it, everybody can do it. Step number 5 is cellular nutrition. Our cells don't care how our food looks like, how it smells, how it tastes. All they care about what's inside our food. And when we buy in something in the stores, it's extremely hard to control what's inside of that products that we buy. We obviously can make a choice towards more organic, more raw products that actually either for living creatures running around or growing on the ground, not the processed food. That's one thing we can do. But even that was growing or running or doing some weird sounds, cannot guarantee that we get the same nutrients we used to get from them before. I was in another meeting today, and the person cited that the amount of nutrients, I don't know why he picked potatoes, but the amount of nutrients 50 years ago and today in potatoes is less than 30% of what it used to be before. So guess what? If before you had to eat one potato, now you have to eat 3 potatoes to get the same amount of nutrients that are there. Again, I don't know why he picked that particular fruit, vegetable, but it doesn't matter. And the last step, very simple step, is protection. Once we create our proper mindset, once we created our physically fit body, once we hydrated and cleansed our body and fed it so it now has all the nutrients necessary to build healthy and strong cells, and healthy and strong cells will build healthy and strong body, then we need to build a wall around it that will protect us. What is we need protection from? Free radicals, electromagnetic field, harmful chemicals. All of these things we cannot avoid on a daily basis. Everybody walks around with a cell phone, or sometimes two, and we sit in most of the day, office workers at least, next to the computer or behind the computer. Right now, we start driving electric cars, which is another source of electromagnetic field. All of these things are taking away our longevity. And we cannot cut them off of our life, but we can protect ourselves against those influences by doing simple things. Not going to go into details what they are. Obviously, those who want to know more, you reach out to me, Katrina, or people who will give you this video. It will be on YouTube, so feel free to share it with your friends and family and let them know that there is actually an easy, affordable, and sustainable way to healthy lifestyle. It doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be expensive, and you actually can do it for the rest of your life. Now, I mentioned a lot of the products that we use, and some of them are supplements, some of them some cleaning solutions and things like that. But the question always comes, there are so many things on the market. Why do we have to pick your company? Why do we have to trust you guys? And part of it, for those who joined earlier, there was a video from our company that actually tells about Coral Club's expertise in health and wellness industry for the last 25 years. But it wasn't part of this video, so I'm going to pass the mic to Katrina, and she will share with you some of her observations, some of the knowledge that we collected over the last 5 years in terms of why Coral Club, why our products, and how to distinguish good quality products from not so good. I'm not going to say that they're bad because everybody's trying to do their best. But if you see the price that is extremely cheap, you should understand there is nothing there that costs money. If it doesn't cost money, it doesn't give you the benefit of what you're paying for. But without further ado, Katrina, please take us away and tell us more about the products and choices and how to make them correctly.
Hey everyone, I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. Um, you know, talking to a lot of people brought me to the thoughts that a lot of them have no idea what to look at when they're choosing the supplements. I wouldn't say I know everything, but I have looked at a lot of labels, to be honest, and personally for myself, I developed certain ways of choosing the vitamins, choosing the supplements. So that's what I want to share with you today. I'm not saying I'm completely right, but I know something. Um, the first, what I'm looking at each bottle. Let me do this. Let me start from another thing. Let me talk first of all about what has to be, how the supplements regulated first. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this so you would understand why I'm looking at the certain things at the bottles. So back, if I'm not mistaken, on 1999, the FDA started to do such a things like regulating supplements somehow. And on 2003, 2004, 2005, again, if I'm not mistaken, it was a couple of cases, complaints of the consumers that some supplements wouldn't do what they supposed to do. And then the FDA came on board to start to do the more researches and created a new rule. Basically, it created a rule that's supposed to check what's going on with the supplements, what's put in each of the supplement, but regulates, it's not like chasing each of them, but asking them to go through certain certifications. And the major one that the FDA suggests to do is GMP. So don't get me wrong, and don't try to put on FDA approval of the supplements, because FDA doesn't do that. FDA writes their guidance, writes the suggestions, what has to be done. Can somebody let my cat out, please? Because she will be very, very loud. She won't let me talk more. So the FDA regulates how, for example, supposed to be label created, right? And that's what we're all looking at when we're choosing the supplement. So let me just go over what has to be, what must be on the label by the regulations, right? First, it has to be ingredients. And ingredients supposed to go on a certain level, like on a certain order. So it's supposed to be, it must be showing from the largest amount of the supplement or whatever is the material inside of the supplement to the lowest one. And it could be on a mass of that, on amount of that, or on a percentage side. So either or, but it goes from the highest to the lowest. It has to be listed there. Also, it's supposed to be on each label, show it what is that, what kind of supplement it's, what it's meant to do, and how to take it. It's also supposed to be there. It's supposed to be a certain number that supplement registered with, and supposed to be this registration showing, and the number of the registration date and the number. Also, it must be there, the information where it was manufactured, by whom and where. And accordingly to that, it's also supposed to be phone number or contact information, how you can reach that manufacturer if you have any complaints, which makes sense. Or you have complaints, or you have a concerns, or you have a question. Why it's so important? Because sometimes people want to take some vitamins or some supplements which are listed on their on a bottle, but they don't know how much exactly of them inside, and they may have like some restrictions on that. So it's very important that you can reach actual manufacturer and ask, like, oh, is it, what amount is there? Is it safe for me to take it? Then basically you decided if it's possible or not for you to use that. What else? That's what I started with, saying that it's supposed to be some certification. At least that's what I believe. Again, it's not a requirement for the vitamins, for the supplements to be actually like certified on something. Label, yes, label supposed to be showing this certain amount of information, but certification is optional. And I believe that manufacturer, it's like a real pride for the manufacturer to go through all those certifications to show that they really care about people who will take their supplements, and they want to make sure that people are safe, and they show it by going through the certifications. They show the person that, yes, I'm open, I'm following rules that the government established, and I'm giving you the safe product. So to me personally, it's very, very, very important. Next thing, what else I'm looking at? And oh, by the way, those certifications, because again, I'm talking about Coral Club right now. The Coral Club is a global company. So we have a presence in more than 30 countries, and each country has a different certification process. And each country, or a lot of countries like European organization, or I would say like Eastern Europe, they have a different types of registration, and it's basically different rules. So the company goes country by country and doing everything according to those rules. If it's pertaining to their order of ingredients that's supposed to be on the label, or the requirements, other requirements. So there's certification done country per country. But sometimes it's a global certifications like GMP, when it's all manufacturer certified. So GMP certification is certification for specific manufacturer, like for the factory. So it's a certain process, it's a certain standard, certain quality control done on each amount, on each like line of the products. So the whole thing. So whenever you go, whenever our company prefer to go, or whatever partnership we have with other or different manufacturers. Like we have 15 countries of manufacturing our products. So each of those have specific certification closer or similar to GMP. Okay, I think we're okay with that, right? Good. So next one. What else I'm looking at? I'm looking at the quality of the products in terms of it will be bioavailability. So how that vitamins or supplement or mineral will be absorbed by my body. Simple thing. Can you imagine? We have calcium, right? And this could be two forms. In our coral mine, we have a biosoluble or bioactive calcium that is very close for our body. But we have a chalk, right, that we write on a blackboard. It's also calcium. You also can chew on it, but would it absorb, would your body be benefit from that? Not really, because it's didn't meant to be supplying our body with the necessary nutrients. Next thing that I'm looking at, that would be the ingredients. So ingredients and bioavailability, they go together, right? So ingredients and raw materials, I would say they also go like, it's the same thing. Just talking about raw materials, it's meaning where their company finding the fish to produce the fish oil or to produce the omega, where we get in the spirulina or chlorella. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense to bring the best fish from Norway to US in order to produce omega, because we have to use some preservative to bring that fish, and then we have to pay extra money for bringing them here. So what the company does, and again, in my opinion, it's very logical and it's very smart actually, to do that, to find the manufacturer that has also following the GMP standards and do the production over there in Norway. That's why we have a production manufacturing in 15 different countries, because chlorella and spirulina better in one place than in other. For example, our collagen, it's known that Asian market is known for, an Asian industry is known for the best processes of creating the collagen, producing the collagen. So why don't we use it? And we do. Actually, we do. Our company does it, our company using. And such on, we're looking for the best of the best in different countries and trying to put this together on the market of one company. What else I'm paying attention to when I'm choosing vitamins, right? And what I'm looking at, besides whatever I said. I also concern how that bottle with a supplement is going to reach my house. Why? Because it's, again, in my opinion, if I'm buying it from network marketing company, I'm not talking now about pharmacies or something. By the way, if it's a small pharmacy, you never know how it was getting there, if it was stored completely like by regulations. Same like if I'm getting this from some network marketers, right? Some of them say, oh, give me your address, I'll send it to you. Really? Come on. Are you have it on your storage? Are you have it on your garage? Do you have an appropriate temperature there? Do you have an appropriate humidity control there? Can you really store those vitamins that I'm gonna take on the appropriate level so I won't be hurt by them? That's why I rely on the company and their responsibility of storage and delivery, like all these logistics done by the company. That's what I believe, again, should be done, especially if we have global business or if we have customers all around the world. I don't want to send or buy and pay for the pay cost for delivering supplements to my customers in Switzerland or Germany, but they still get them. I don't want to really send anything to Prague, to the Czech Republic, and I have customers there, and they're getting the products over there. And again, those products appropriately stored, they delivered on timely manner, and it's all like by the best of the services, and it's all done by the company. I don't have to even worry about that. Next one. Next one that I really, really like. For me, it's important that all ingredients inside of the products will be missing certain things, that it will be free of artificial flavors, because we going by their appropriate and more healthier way of taking care of our body. So why would we have it there? It will be, as I would say, like artificial preservatives, because we have a natural preservatives like a sugar, but sugar also we put in aside. So no sugar, no artificial preservatives, no preservatives at all, or as much as less as possible. And like natural vitamin C also could be as a preservative used. But if vitamin C is beneficial to the body, then we can use it. That makes sense to use it. So no genetically modified products. No, let me see. I was writing this for myself. So no dyes, no hormones, no pesticides, no herbicides, also no artificial flavors. And that's what another one that's coming very popular right now and very useful for our bodies. It's no gluten. It's gluten-free products, because a lot of people getting this gluten problems with digesting the gluten. On top of this, we should remember that when we're looking at the label, it's supposed to be listed there that it's no artificial flavors, that it's no sugar, no added sugar. It doesn't mean it's not natural sugar in there. So be careful when you're reading these. Again, no dyes, no preservatives. I really don't understand how I before wasn't so naive to give my kids those, gummy bears as a vitamin, because when my brain a little bit like getting fresh. Okay, when I really get into these things, I start to read what was on a label. Just check it out, how much sugar in there, and also artificial flavors, and also colors or dyes. Some of them don't have it, but again, why to put our body under extra stress? We can just simply avoid this. So, Roma, back to you. I think it's more than enough.
I think so. Thank you very much. So, guys, as you see, there are a lot of things that we as regular consumers don't know until somebody tells us. And then it becomes, again, remember, point number one in our health concept, the mindset. We have to take responsibility to look at these labels, to read what they actually mean. And if you see on the label the names that doesn't make sense to you, that is not English language, then you have to be double or triple careful and maybe even Google those things. We all have cell phones with us. We can do that just to understand what are you putting in your body. A very simple thing, when I started looking at the labels in the products in the stores, on the bread, on ketchup, on sausage, and I start to see all these things that Katrina mentioned, sugars, preservatives, different things that don't make sense to me, eat something, whatever. I started to understand why I had so many health problems before, because I did not look at it and I put all of that garbage, into my body. And until Coral, I did not know how to remove that garbage from my body. So obviously where it was stored in the body, because our body doesn't know how to deal with these new things that came around only the last 50, maybe 100 years. But our bodies were built and designed thousands of years ago. So evolution takes way longer than progress. So progress actually going ahead of us, and it benefits us on one hand, but it actually kills us or speeds up the aging on the other. So going back to that book that I'm listening to right now about reversing aging and extending longevity, and we're not talking about many years without good quality or active life. We're talking about healthy and happy years extended. I learned today about the indicator that I got from 3 countries. Again, all from the book, so don't say I am a bad person or whatever. They compare 3 countries, and the indicator shows the difference between the longevity and healthy lifespan of a person. So Russia is leading. It has 25 years delay, meaning the person can live up to 25 years after they lost the state of health, meaning their life is pretty much protracted by medication and medical supplies that just a life support for them. And if you take off that medication or supply, they will be gone. In the United States, 23 years. We're not too far away from Russia, which is ridiculous because we have way more advanced technology and science. Yet our people also have way less or way worse eating habits than Russian people, and also part of it because they just cannot afford and they don't simply don't have the things that we have here. Israel, on the other hand, is only 10 years. So people live in Israel approximately, again, it's an average number, 10 years of unhealthy life before they die. But us is 23. And here's what this doctor suggests. He says we can delay the aging, if not reverse it, by simply going into healthier habits and leading a healthier lifestyle. Why? Because his theory of aging is very simple. Our body has certain information. This information is protected, and once it starts to be deleted or eliminated from our memory, internal memory, our body starts to age. Now, what makes this deletion expedited? Stress, unhealthy habits, free radicals, toxins in the food and air and water, uh, smoking, drinking alcohol, all those things that we know are not healthy. And he's talking about creating some drugs that will reverse all of this stuff, which is probably a good idea. But people who live today may not get to the point when these drugs will be available to everybody. I bet they will be extremely expensive. So, what is our goal or what is our mission? To help people to live from now until those drugs become available to general public so they can actually take advantage of it. Because what's good it's going to make to people if they don't live to the point when this science actually become public knowledge and accessible to everybody. So very simple thing. There is this concept of health that Katrina, Natella, I don't know if anybody else joined the meeting following, but and those who watched it in the video. But when you follow this healthy lifestyle, you also need to understand one thing. That one thing is there are multiple roads to the peak of the mountain that's called healthy lifestyle. The question is which route you're going to take. Are you going to be dieting all your life? Are you going to be spending hours in the gym and trying to get all this junk out of your system by exercising and sweating out? Are you going to meditate for the rest of your life, hoping that from meditation you'll get all the nutrients into your body, or spending hours in breathing and cold plunges and other things? And that's all good. It's all good. I do all of that. Funny enough, I do all of that. But I also don't spend hours in the gym. I don't spend hours in meditation. I don't have time. I'm a busy, real life person. So what do? I do a little bit of everything and I supplement my daily intake with things from quality company that I trust to, because I've been with them for 5 years. I've seen the results on my body. I know president of the company. I know CEO of the company. I know the person who is in charge of the product development in the company. And that's the person that travels around the world and um, finding the best ingredients, the best technology, and the best raw materials for us to use. And the company goes there instead of bringing everything to United States or Canada and manufacturing in one plant that is ours. We are so proud of owning this plant. One company, one plant cannot do everything. And that's exactly what Coral Club does. We go to the specialists in every single field that we are trying to occupy. And that's why our collagen comes from South Korea. This is why our chlorella comes from Taiwan. That's why our Biluron, the product that improves and restores the joint tissue, comes from Germany. That's where it's manufactured. That's the only place where it's manufactured. That's why we go to Canada for our Go Detox program, because it was designed there by Albert Zer. So we go to the people or technology that are the most current and most up to date, and it suits our concept of health. There are some technologies and some products that out there that we don't have yet, and maybe we'll never have. Like I know there is a lot of controversy right now about CBD products. Somebody loves them, somebody hates them. Coral Club is just still investigating this stuff because it has too many controversial things. If we feel that it's safe, because our main priority is not harm anybody by our products, if it's safe, we'll use it. If it's not, we won't. I don't know about others. I probably would not use it even if the company says it's safe, because I just don't believe in drugs. And again, this is my choice. That's why my mindset is me responsible for my own life and my own health. So with that said, if anybody has any questions or want to put, you can put them in the chat, or you can unmute and ask. We'll be happy to answer them. And if not, we'll just announce the next topic for next week, and we will be done for today.
I guess no questions.
I guess so. Any requests for next week? What you want us to talk about? We can do that.
No, I have already talked.
Oh, you have topic? Oh, I apologize, guys. If you have any requests, you can put them on, and they will be on our waiting list for the following sessions to come. Katrina, what is the topic for next week?
We're gonna talk about how to choose the company.
Oh, wait a second. This is a business topic, so it's for the second part.
No, not only.
Okay,
How
then
to
do the
choose the
little
product
promotion.
company. Okay. Because network companies, as well as a pharmacy, any place, any business, they have two ways to interact with people, right? It could be consumer's way, and it could be distributor's way, or the work way, right? So I will put some notes. Why did I personally, what I was looking at when I was considering getting products from one company, from another company, or just get everything at the Coral Club. Not only as a consumer, but also like with a possible way on or future extra money. Or maybe if it's not for me, but for people who I may suggest it to, or the people who will come by my recommendation to this company. So that's what I will talk about.
So let me probably rephrase it as benefits of being Coral Club member compared to not buying somewhere else.
It's being the Coral Club member, but also with projection into the business portion.
Okay, so it's I understand. Guys, let me put it this way. Next week, Katrina is going to tell you the benefits of being Coral Club member just as a customer, and a hidden extra benefits for your future retirement plan with Coral Club without investment of your time and money in the current time. I don't know if it makes sense, but
it will be three possibilities how you can interact or how you can be participating in a Coral Club. That's all.
Okay.
Put it easily.
Sounds good. I like it. And again, Katrina, thank you for helping me with Zoom today. Anybody who is interested to learn more, you know how to find us, and we are very accessible. If you have any topics you want us to discuss in the future Zooms, please let us know. If you feel this information is valuable, you can invite your friends and family and co-workers and anybody you think will benefit from this. Our mission is to share it with as many ears and eyes as possible and allow people to have extra choice, because all of this comes to one thing: you either know information or you don't. If you don't know information, you cannot use it. Impossible. If you know information, you still have two choices. You can use it or you can skip it. But now it will be your decision, and our mindset is the leading step in our concept. You will make a decision, but you cannot do it if you don't know. And please don't decide for others. If you think that people are looking for healthier choices, if you think that people can benefit from getting a little bit more years to their life, active life we're talking about, or maybe somebody just want to have another business opportunity for the future, or maybe even for today, a little extra money, I guess everybody will be happy to have them in their pocket, especially when Katrina and I will show them how to do it and lead by hand through this whole process, from getting started and taking care of your own health to doing it yourself and becoming independent from us, from government, from doctors, from medications, and enjoy the life. Okay, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you all and more people next week. And we'll come from Las Vegas, so we'll probably have some news from the company as well. So stay tuned. Thank you. Good night.
Night.